restarted, facing at a photo they've taken. Space tree flying through the skies and battles happen everywhere. I don't need any hero to save me. I don't know why the kids always crying. I've been thinking about all the captains, but we left in the wasting.
Wagwan bread bins. We're in Tenerife. It's 29 degrees and it's 9 AM, but we're going gravelling. Let's go.
My name's Ben Chapman. I got into cycling when I was 8. My most favourite thing in the world was jumping on a train and then just get off and then go ride in that area. It's just the freedom of having a bike and to go anywhere you want.
So, good morning and welcome back. I am on the beautiful island of Tenerife and I've hired myself a gravel bike. A few days ago I flew out from Edinburgh Airport to Tenerife and unfortunately I couldn't get my bike and my cases in my very, very small car. So Team Cycles said you're allowed to hire one. If you can't get a Trek, then try and get what you can. And I'm on a Pinarello gravel. There is a fantastic hire shop here in Tenerife called Bike Point and they have kindly hooked me up with this absolute beast. If you want to see it in its full glory, head over to my Instagram. It is a real nice bike. Today I have got around about 60k planned and I'm out with Tom, who's down there readjusting his saddle. Before I left the UK, I put out a message asking if anybody had any good routes or wanted to show me around Tenerife. And I've hooked up today with a guy called Tom, who is a bike touring guide. I was in Tenerife in January and I was riding a road bike. So this trip I decided to see what Tenerife gravel has to offer. So today I am out with Tom, who is, what, the best tour guide in Tenerife? So we are 4 miles into this one and I don't know what Tom's trying to do to me, but we've nearly done 700 feet of climbing. So we've been going up for around about half an hour. But he's promised me a descent now. We're going to have some fun now, he says. You know that descent well, don't you?
Yeah. really well know this road, so this path.
I got absolutely dropped there. He was doing bunny hops and all sorts. I was like, but you've done this a few times, you've said.
Yes, at least twice a week, so really know this terrain.
So nice. Look at this. So Tom is showing me that experience is everything. He's hitting some of these corners like he's on a mountain bike. They're like berms, aren't they?
Yeah, you have the proper bench. So.
Oh, it is absolutely lovely. And this is the thing that you get. So I put out a message on Instagram and started speaking to Tom and a few of his partners around about a week ago. And now, just like that, I'm in an area doing a loop that I know is safe to do, which I wouldn't have been able to see any other way without a guide. And look at this. How long have you been showing people around Tenerife for now?
Yes, a couple of years now.
Yeah, you said you were a graphic designer?
Yeah, I was maybe more interior designing and graduation in architecture. Always worked in designing and making furniture. But yes, after COVID, I
Your
changed
path.
a little bit. Yeah, my path.
I think a lot of people's paths changed during COVID. Yeah. Life's short, isn't it? And
Sure.
you've got to enjoy yourself.
And get the most from maybe bad situation.
Yeah, definitely.
So this one is La Orotava Valley. And sadly famous because in August there were a big fire, like 20 kilometer that direction. It was a really big fire. It was 8 kilometer of, you know, the diameter
of woodland.
of woodland
That
yes.
burnt.
Yeah.
Can you still see that now?
You can, yeah, not from here, but if you go there,
Yeah.
definitely for the next maybe 3 or 4 years, you're gonna see all the black trees,
Yeah.
without leaf. Yeah, really sad. And because you know it's really easy, just a cigarettes. A cigarettes.
Yeah, that's it.
Here, in summertime, which is really dry, really hot, and maybe windy.
Yeah.
So that's it. It's enough to. You know.
I don't know if you can see, but because this is a very small camera, there's some clouds there, and Tom was saying that the clouds come in around about here.
Yeah, couple of hours.
He said, was it yesterday you were here? It looked
Yeah.
a bit. He said it looked a bit eerie. Do you know what else I've learnt as well? So, when I'm filming, I film in my right hand. So I'm holding the camera now with my right hand, and I've usually got my hand on the back brake. So, but they're back to front. So when I'm going down descents filming, bearing in mind I've got my front brake on extremely loose gravel, so I either learn to feather the front brake or swap hands. So we are 10 miles into this one and 1,000 feet of climbing, and we're climbing again.
Always climbing.
There's a lot of climbing, isn't there, Tom?
Yeah. Up for the descent.
Up for the descent.
Yeah.
So you bring electric bikes up here?
Yeah, also. I'm struggling a lot when I have electric bike groups and they have my rubber.
Yeah.
So I have to keep the pace.
I could do with an electric bike right now. I'm going to put the camera away and try and keep up with Tom. $59K.
59K to Las Raíces, which is close to Santa Cruz.
Uh-huh.
So in the national park and the forestal crown of Mount Teide and of Tenerife, you can really have a really long journey on the trails, off-road all the way.
I was just saying to Tom coming up there, this is quite an advanced gravel climb, and if you was going to book a trip with Tom, I think it'd be quite hard to gauge your audience and how fit they are.
Of course we have a range of different level tours, so we have an offer for almost everybody, but of course we are focused more also in advanced tours.
We are at 4,319 metres and we have climbed nearly 2,000 feet in 21K. I know we're mixing up our numerics, but there's a lot of climbing.
The next maybe 3Ks are really steep.
Cheers, Tom.
Yes.
So where's Teide now? Are we at the base? Are we on the wall?
Yes, let's say that we are on the base of Teide. We are in the highest part of the forestal crown. So after some kilometers from here, just a few, it starts like to be just rocks, volcanic rocks, from the slopes to the top.
Okay.
And here we are in the north side of Teide, so where the slopes are steep, and you can really, enjoy, the majestic of Mount Teide.
So can I say that I've climbed Mount Teide gravel?
Yes, you can say it. Not to the peak, of course, but yes. Yes, for sure, the hardest climb.
And now we've got 3K of hard climbing.
Yes.
16 miles, 3,000 feet of climbing. I said at the beginning of this video if you'd like Tom to take you out, but don't let Tom take you out.
Forget about it.
We got to the top of this, he said, what did you say? Suffering and fun.
Suffering and fun, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Gravel is step, no?
I think that was the longest gravel climb I've ever done.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
But we're above the clouds.
Yeah.
So this is a real mix of gravel. Some of this is really bouldery. We're just making our way through the pine trees, and apparently in a second we're going to get to where we can't ride anymore, up the face of Teide. But like I said previously, awful lot of elevation, well over 3,000 feet now, and we've only done 16 miles, and it's exactly the same as the road climb, just switchback after switchback. It's not for the faint-hearted though. A lot of watts. Going so well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was just explaining to Tom that in England we've got gravel, and then we've also got this thing that we have named vegan gravel, which is basically just cycle paths, and this couldn't be any further away from cycle paths. This is mountain bike territory, isn't it?
Yeah, let's say that the trail that we made before, the Agujero trail, the name, was more rough.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit better for mountain bike, but this one particularly is quite flat.
Yeah.
So quite smooth.
This is really nice where we are now. If you can see that in this light, it's a beautiful day. I don't know if you can see that in this light. This is super fast, but I've just got a pinch flat the moment I took some air out my tyres. He's promised me coffee in how long?
7 kilometers.
Okay.
Yeah.
4 miles in my language.
Yeah.
So, are you telling me that I'm about to cycle on a volcano?
On a volcano, yes. Basically, yes.
I'm about to cycle on a volcano. So why we've stopped, I am just over 30 miles into this one, so 50k, and I'm not even going to discuss the elevation. I do hope this doesn't erupt. It's quite spooky. I rode on a volcano. We rode up Summer Teide and it's now raining. It's time for coffee and cake. He's ripped my legs off. So we have descended away from the rain and eventually found some coffee and some cake. As I mentioned, we have done 60k today of some actually really hard gravel. Gravel we have in England doesn't compare to the gravel that I've just rode. That was proper gravel. So if anybody wants to find you, how can they find you?
So easy. Just found Cycling Islands, Tenerife. and you're gonna get all the information on my webpage, all the information about the tours, road bike tours, and also gravel and mountain bike tours, for everybody, for every kind of offer and every kind of levels. So yeah, it is that.
Cycling Islands and ask for Tom. I have got a few more days in Tenerife to explore, but for now I'm going to drink my coffee and eat my cake, and I'm going to leave this video here. Please remember to comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see everyone next week.